Hi, these comments are for JN. I am Michael from OTC, online TOEFLcourse.com, and you're doing my free TOEFL writing evaluation service, and I'm getting ready to read and score. Excuse me. I'm getting ready to read and score your essay. Let me get some water here. Okay, so let's look at the essay. Okay, so do you agree or disagree with the following statement? It is better to work for one company for an entire career than to work for multiple different companies. Use specific reasons and examples to support your response. Okay, so you're 3.0 out of 5, 20 points out of 30. Mainly, you have what I call, it says inconsistent facility and sentence formation and word choice that may result in lack of clarity and occasionally obscure meaning. And the other one, to get to the 5 area, this is a big problem for you. It says demonstrating syntactic variety, appropriate word choice, and idiomasticity. So I want you to go to Google and type in these keywords. What is syntactic variety? What is idiomasticity in writing? So it's kind of the natural sounding vocabulary and grammar that you should be using, you're not using. I see you translating quite a bit. I feel like you're translating when you're writing, so it's not very natural. So let me show you a couple of things. You put, I will develop these ideas in subsequent paragraphs. You probably lifted this sentence from TOEFL resources. And maybe, again, I have to admit that my opinion on this matter has been profoundly influenced by my personal experience. Again, you took that sentence from an internet website and put it in there. And it's so easy to spot. I have seen these two sentences so many times, you don't want to do that. You memorized. Now, when I see your own grammar, it's a mess. And then I see these perfectly written sentences here that tells me that that is not your writing. Okay, so what are we talking about when I talk about idiomasticity with language use? I'll give you one paragraph to demonstrate. You said to begin with, having yourself working for discrete companies generates a high income. A native speaker will never say that. If you say, if you said, employees who change jobs frequently you might say will generate maybe higher salaries, something like that. So to begin with, employees who change jobs frequently would generate higher salaries. To me, that's a more natural way to say that. Instead of saying yourself, you have a lot of you in there, but I would focus on either two perspectives. Focus on your own personal experience. It does say use specific reasons and examples to support your opinion. You said it's my firm belief that if you say it's your belief, then that means you're going to give some examples from your experience to illustrate your points. So I would remove that second person point of view. In this case, I chose to use the third person plural point of view. You can also use the first person singular point of view, I. When I was working, blah, 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 I changed jobs, and as a result, I was able to get a 30% increase in my salary at the new company or something. So I think you can improve a lot with that idiomasticity. Overall, you have a sense of how to structure your ideas, right? I might recommend that instead of 2 body paragraphs, you have 3. That shows more development, but that's still not going to help you. So, I mean, you need to have more natural sounding language. I'll give you one more example. You say, secondly, a constant business leads you to be an ennui person. But the question is, how does that go back? It's better to work for company for than to work for multiple different companies. So you think it's better to work for a lot of different jobs, right? So then you might say, working for different companies will lead workers to be more. See, you said ennui. I don't even know what you mean by that, but you might say something like more innovative. Working for different companies will lead workers to be more innovative. And then, of course, you illustrate that, and then you maybe have one more example after that, and I think that would be good. So I think for you, the main thing is, I think that you said that you want to take the TOEFL in 1 month from now, and I would not do that. You're not ready. I can tell you're translating. You're trying to translate. You don't have the vocabulary. You don't have the grammar. You're trying to memorize sentences from websites and things because you're not comfortable with your own grammar and your own vocabulary. And then you tell me in the email you want to take the TOEFL in 30 days. Now, if you only want to score around 80, then maybe you're okay. But if you want to get like 24 points or higher on the writing section, I think you should delay taking the TOEFL for maybe 3 months. And during those 3 months, really focus a lot on your vocabulary and your grammar study. I think that's going to be very beneficial for you, and make sure you're reading a lot, you're getting a lot of listening input. And the more input you get by reading and listening, the better your output's going to be, which is your speaking and your writing. So really focus in those areas for the next 3 months, and I think you can get a little bit better control over your grammar and your vocabulary, and you will be translating a lot less. All right?